Hello, stampers and crafters. Welcome to my Friday Facebook Live on a Saturday. I want to apologize in advance if you can hear noise. I still have roofers on my roof. So if you don't know me, I am Sarah Chatello McGuire. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and owner of Sassy Papercrafts, and I help you build confidence and creativity through crafting, namely stamping. So today we're going to make a very cute birthday card. It's super simple, no die cutting required, all paper trimmer, some stamping, some designer series paper, which unfortunately is no longer available. I just checked like a minute ago to see what is still left from, let me pull up my little graphic, the last chance product sale. So the peach bundle that we'll be using, the stamp set and the dies is available. The stamp set and the dies you can purchase separately. The paper, unfortunately, and the whole suite collection are no longer available. The mini jam jars are still available. So there's still a lot of stuff left. And that goes on until May 2nd. The new catalog goes live on May 3rd, on Tuesday, May 3rd. The last chance products are done at 11:59 Mountain Time on May 2nd. So if there is anything from that is retiring from this catalog, the current catalog that you were wanting, get it now because things are selling out. Let me just pull up any comments. And also, hello if you're watching the replay, and hello to those of you who are watching this on YouTube. I always post my Facebook Lives onto YouTube after they're done here. And I have a new video every Monday on my YouTube channel. And this Monday, I just got done filming it. This Monday, you're going to want to watch. If you ever wondered what's going on back here, I'm doing a craft room tour. So if you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, click the link in the description of this video. I think it's in here, or just click at the bottom. It says Sassy Papercrafts links. That'll take you to the YouTube channel, and subscribe and hit the little bell for notifications. So let me find the video. Found it. Let's see if technology will work with me. And then I will flip the camera around and we will get started on this project. It should not take too long. I'm frozen on there. There we go. Okay, so hi everybody. Let me turn my camera off and flip it around so that way you can see my desk. Okay, did that. Put it in the little thingy. Turn it back on. There we are. Let me fix that. There we go. So now you can see my desk. I already have all the stamps we're going to be using laid out. This is the stamp set. This is the Sweet as a Peach stamp set. And like I said, it is available until May 2nd. So the stamps we're going to be using today, we're going to be using this cool leaf guy here, the 3 little peaches, happy birthday, and have a peachy day. So I already have those all laid out. This is the card we're going to be making. So it's very simple, but I think it's very cute. So we got a lot of layers going on, and that is the inside. Make sure I get it in the camera there. But it's got some layers going on, but no die cutting. Because I know a lot of you don't have die cutting machines. Maybe you're just starting out or you just don't want to make that kind of investment yet. I got you. So we're only going to be using 3 ink colors today: Pale Papaya, Balmy Blue, and Granny Apple Green. And this is the die set. Even though we're not going to be using it today, I still want to show you the dies and how they coordinate with that stamp set. So the peaches we're going to be using, this actually cuts those out. There's a little sentiment die in there. This cuts out the little green leafy things. There's some extra leaves, some flowers, a peach. So those are on the last chance product page. Let me put those away and we will get stamping. So I have a piece of basic white here that we're going to be stamping on, and that measures 2 inches by 3 inches. And then I also have a piece for the inside. This is 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And then I had, and I'm not seeing it, a little piece for the sentiment, but I can just cut one quickly because it is 2 1/4 inches by 1/2 of an inch. So I'm just gonna, I know I'm not on camera right now, but I'm just gonna cut a little strip. So 1/2 of an inch by 2 1/4. It must still be in my little basket that I have. So there's 1/2 of an inch by 2 1/4. And I don't have my little balmy blue piece either. Sorry, let me just look in this basket. Yeah, it's in here. There it is. So I have another piece of balmy blue to layer behind that, and that is 2 3/8 by 5/8. So we'll just keep that out. And let's do our stamping first. So first I'm going to use the Granny Apple Green along with this leafy stamp that has a cat hair on it, but this leafy stamp here. And we're just going to stamp on our little piece of 2 by 3 basic white. So I'm just inking this up. I'm not pushing too hard. Just tap, tap, tap. And I want it to kind of go sideways, but I want to make sure to get most of it on there. Some of the leaves are going to hang off. That is okay. There, that looks good to me. Perfect. So we're done with that stamp and the Granny Apple Green. And now we're going to get our pale papaya, and this is what we're going to stamp our peaches in. Now, I posted a little reel the other day of sponge daubing these, and you could totally do that with this one. I'm not going to do it on this card, but you could take a darker color, let's say Calypso Coral, and just sponge the edges of those to make the peaches look a little more realistic. And I have a lot of ink on there. I can tell because it's kind of bubbly, so I'm just going to kind of try to smush that off a little bit. You can even stamp off onto your grid paper to see how saturated it's going to be. I'm okay with the first image, so we're going to do that. Now these line up pretty good. You just kind of got to work with them. And that's why I like the photopolymer stamp set so much, because you can see right through them and I can see right where I'm stamping. So that looks good to me. That one's a little bit off, but I think it looks good. We're going to go with it. That's going to also dry down, so it's not going to be as dark. It will dry down to the lighter pale papaya. And now let's get the balmy blue, move that to the side, and stamp our sentiments. So on this little strip, the little 1/2-inch strip we have here, I have Happy Birthday on an H block. I'm just tapping to ink that up. And I line it up on my grid paper to try to get it as straight as possible. Looks good to me. And then we'll take our inside piece and the Have a Peachy Day. And I always stamp first. I did decorate with a little designer series paper, but I always stamp first just in case I mess up. But that looks good. So that is it for stamping. I'm going to clean my stamps quickly just because I like to clean them and put them away as I go. So I just have my Stampin' Scrub here. It has a wet side and a dry side. I'm going to spray the wet side with a little bit of Stampin' Mist, and then you just scrub and dry. And I'm going to do this to all 4 stamps. It really is, to me, the quickest way to clean your stamps off. And this is great, too, if you're using the same stamp in multiple colors. You can clean it in between colors and go right into the ink. You don't have to wait for it to dry, the stamps to dry or anything like that. So now I'm just going to put these back so I don't lose them. And then we can assemble our card. We're also, and I wanted to mention, too, thank you to everybody who reached out to me about Oliver. That's why I was not live yesterday. Oliver had a bit of a bellyache and was a little bit sick, so there's a little bit of blood. I'm not trying to give too much information, but I don't want to gross you out. But he ended up having to go to the vet yesterday, right around the time I was going to go live. So I just have a strip here of the Euro Peach Designer Series paper, which, like I said, is no longer available. And this little strip is just 5 1/4 by 1/2 inch. And I just like to use these to decorate the inside of the card. But yes, thank you everybody who reached out to me asking about Oliver. He is doing okay. So I'm just going to put that on there, put a little seal on that, and then we'll put our sentiment together. Catherine just asked, how is your baby? He is doing just fine. He ate this morning. He is sleeping right now, I think. I haven't heard him try to get into the door, which he likes to do when I go live. So, and this is only 1/8 of an inch bigger, so you kind of have to be careful. This would be a great use for the Tombow glue, so you have wiggle room. There, I got it. And then I have a balmy blue card base that is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. And I'm just going to take my bone folder and smooth out that score line so I have a nice crease. And then I have a piece of basic white that is 5 1/4 by 4. We're just going to put that down with some seal. And thank you for wondering about him, Catherine. Yeah, he is fine. He just likes to scare me. And again, this is another piece of that Your Peach Designer Series paper, which unfortunately is sold out. But you could do this with any designer series paper you may have. And I'm just layering it on there. And then I have a piece of balmy blue that measures 2 1/8 by 3 1/8. So it's 1/8 of an inch larger than this piece. I'm just going to take a little bit more seal on that. I kind of have to be careful with my seal because I have one roll left, and Stampin' Up is currently having some shipping issues with it, and they don't have any. So I need to be careful with it. So now I'm going to grab some Stampin' Dimensionals and pop this. Oh, those are the mini ones. I don't want mini ones. I want the regular ones. There we go. I'm just going to pop this up. And then I'm also going to show you a little trick that I do with using dimensionals on the same project. I'll show you what I mean in just 1 second. So we're popping this one up. And I want to pop this one up too, but I also want it to be on here a little bit. So the problem is though, if you put a dimensional back here and set it down and put one here, it's going to be lopsided, like it's going to come up higher. So what I like to do is I'm going to take one dimensional and put it on this end, and then we're going to put seal on this end and get it started. Man, I'm having a time with the seal today. So yes, so now I have a dimensional on one side and seal on the other. And I'm just going to stick the seal part there. And that way it's all nice and even. But we are not done yet. I have some of the pastel pearls, which are not retiring. They will be in the new catalog. And these come in 4 colors. There's a Highland Heather, a gorgeous grape, a pink, and a balmy blue looking one. I'm just going to grab my paper piercer here, and I'm just going to grab 3 of these blue ones. And just kind of randomly, whoops, sprinkle them around. Looks good. And then we have to put the inside of our card on once I get these put back. I'm just going to take a little bit of seal, and you can see I overlapped it a little bit, but you know what? Nobody will notice. Only you guys will be able to tell on me. Just place that on the inside, and there is our card. And see how that dried down? So don't worry if your stamp is too saturated with the ink, it will dry down. So I like it. That, like I said, that peach got a little bit weird there, but I think it looks good. Nobody will know. It's a handmade card. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope everybody has a great Easter tomorrow. And I will hopefully see you all next Friday right here on my Facebook page, or you can watch the replay on my YouTube channel. And I will not be live this Sunday, tomorrow, because of Easter. So I will see you next Sunday in my VIP group. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of your weekend.